Hey, hello everyone. This is Devin Adams again, a Fortinet instructor here in Tempe, Arizona for Dynamic Worldwide Consultants. And in this quick video, this is going to be an add-on, an additional video to our advanced NSE4 Lab. We're going to show how to increase the hard drive space on your GNS3 virtual machine. So, the goals for this demo is going to be pretty straightforward, and I'm actually doing this on the very spur of the moment because it happened to me. So, but the goals in this demo are pretty straightforward. We're going to tell how you are running out of space on your GSN3 or GNS3 VM. Nice little typo there. And this happened to me this morning, so I'll talk about that just here in a second. And then we're going to review different ways that we can free up some space, okay? And then we're gonna do it. And yes, that is not a typo. I'm going to show you guys how to do it the ghetto fabulous Devin Adams way, instead of going through all of these really cool CLI commands. I'm just going to show you guys how to do it with an Ubuntu disk in your VMware workstation. Anyways, all right, Devin, shut up. Let's stay focused. Let's do this. So, all right, guys. So I have not played with the 40 Seam before. All right, so I was in my GNS3. I downloaded the 40C KVM. You can do that through the support website on Fortinet, right? And normally the FortiGate images are only maybe 100 meg. I think for like the FortiManager is the largest one I've ever used. But the FortiSeam actually was close to 10 gigs. And I'm like, what? But GNS3 does have a template for it. So I'm like, you know what? I should probably load up the 40Seam, take a look at it in case, someone in one of my classes are like, hey, what does a 40Seam look like? Anyways, it kept on failing when I tried to upload it through the GUI. So I said, okay, forget it, no big deal. I went through my FileZilla. I think I have a video on that. And just did it through an FTP server, and once again, it kept on failing on me. I'm just like, okay, what is going on? So last night, a whole bunch of updates happened on my domain controller and my virtual environment, and also because I've been doing some demos left and right, um, I've created a lot of machines. And I'm like, man, I wonder if it's airing out because I'm running out of space. And this will happen, right? You'll fail to be able to upload anything new to your GNS3 VM. And also, you're going to see machines just freeze up. And that's simply because there's no more space there to grow the hard drives, right? So now I always thought that there was like the need for some kind of error message, and I was reading through the forums, and I guess there are, but I never saw any. So I went ahead and I shut down my GNS3, and I told myself, okay, what are some ways that we can free up some space? Well, so let me go ahead and pull over the VMware workstation here. So here's the GNS3 VM. And if you guys notice, there's two hard drives. This first one is running the Ubuntu operating system that actually runs GNS3. This one right here is used for all of the images that you upload, all your projects, the differential disk, so on and so forth. So one of the easiest ways to free up some space is if you're done with a project, delete it. All right, that's probably the easiest way to free up some space. Also, if there's any machines that you might not be using anymore, go in through your FileZilla and purge them. Just get rid of them. So that's another way that you can free up some space. But you know what? To actually to actually get more hard drive space though, because right off of the bat on the install, they only give you about 100 gigs, and that sounds like a lot. But you know what? When you're using virtual machines, that can actually grow pretty fast. So I went ahead and I took advantage of this being offline though to do a couple of other things here, and I forgot to mention it in my steps. But some things like, let's go ahead and double click our settings here. I went ahead and I defragged it. That took a little bit, but just because the hard drive's virtualized, it can still get fragmented, so I put that all together. I also tried to compact it. I didn't really see much happening there. But if you guys look right here where it says the capacity, That's where I confirmed that, yeah, I really am running out of hard drive space. So my current size is 88 gigs, 0.7 gigs. The maximum file size is 97.7. I was trying to upload the 40 seam. Some people call it the 40 sim. I call it the 40 seam. Tomato, tomato. Anyways, um, which put it over the edge, right? So there's no more free space to put in the 40 seam, not alone use it. So, but if you notice right here, I still have a full 100 gigs on my system that I can use for space. All right, well that's kind of cool. And I have a dedicated actual physical hard drive for my virtual machines, so that's fine. So okay, let's say we decide to add 50 more gigs to the second hard drive disk here. All right, so what you're going to want to do, and you can go online and find all these really cool CLI commands to do it through Ubuntu. I'm just lazy, guys, so I'm sorry, I am. But what you're going to want to do is expand the disk capacity here. All right, so I'm going to hit expand, and I'm just going to go ahead and crank it all the way up till we get to like 150. Right, that should be enough to give me a 40 seam. Here we go. Sure, and we hit expand, and it might take a minute. Probably just shouldn't take too long, but what it's doing is growing the actual physical virtual disk. Wait, what? The virtual physical disk? Well, the actual size of the virtual disk parameters. The volume inside of it, though, is still going to be locked at 97 gigs. All right, so and this is where the real challenge comes in, is because before we can use that extra space that we're growing it out to, we're going to have to find some way to stretch that partition, that volume. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. There's some great tutorials online on the GNS form itself using the CLI commands like I mentioned before. But I'm a GUI man, blame it on my Windows training, and also, you know, my love for the FortiGate. I don't know, or maybe my laziness. I just saw all that writing, and even though I'm pretty sure I could have figured it out, I'm just like, meh. We're gonna do it the ghetto fabulous way. So once this gets done expanding, I will go ahead and start the video. All right, and I'll show you what to do next. But essentially, guys, I'm gonna plug this hard drive into a different machine temporarily and use Gparted to expand it, and then I'm going to plug it right back in and boot it up and make sure that I have the space. So, alright guys, I'll see you in just a few moments, okay? Alright, here we go. Wow, that took a lot longer than I thought. It took about 30 minutes. Anyways, if everything came out okay, you should get this little message here that said your disk was successfully expanded. You must repartition the disk and expand the file system from within the GIST operating system. So, okay, great. And as you can see now, our maximum size is not 97. It's going to be 150. And good to go. Now, like I said, I know there's a lot out there that's going to laugh at me. Not like anyone's going to watch this, but that I'm not just running like, you know, the CLI commands in GNS3 itself. Like I said, I'm just too lazy, so I'm going to do it the ghetto fabulous way. So okay, so let's go ahead and expand it. So in order to expand it the ghetto fabulous way, I'm going to go ahead and hit X here, and I always have a copy of Ubuntu on a virtual machine just in case I need it, you know. One day maybe I'll learn how to do the whole Linux on Windows thing, but this is just a normal flavor of Ubuntu 64 desktop. I think it's the 16 version. But I'm going to right click here and go to settings, and I am going to, once it loads up, add a hard drive. So let's go ahead and go to hard drive. We're going to hit add hard drive, and we're going to use SCSI, which is fine, and then use an existing virtual disk. All right, and then you're going to navigate to where your GNS3 VM disk 2 is. So I'm going to hit browse, and I was there earlier, but there's my path, right? And there is my disk. Okay, and then I'm going to hit finish. And then, this is pretty important, we're going to want to keep existing format because we don't want to mess with the GNS3 VM compatibility issues. Now, I don't know if converting it over to 14 would do anything, but I'm not going to try it. Okay, so there we go. And as you can see now, we have both disks as a part of our Ubuntu machine, temporarily. Alright, so I'm going to take a moment and power that bad boy on. And while that is powering on, if you go into your settings, I know, because I've already given it to someone else, right? And you can actually find the paths of your disk by looking right up here. So, yeah, anyways, I kind of had that already navigated there, so almost looked like I cheated. So, but once Ubuntu actually boots up here, we're gonna use one of my favorite programs, and that is Gparted. And what's nice about Gparted is that I use it a lot even for my Windows machines, right? Because Windows has those weird, you know, expansion rules where you can only go to the right, and also it doesn't really give you much of a graphical interface of expanding and shrinking partitions. Gparted is free, and I don't know, it's never done me dirty. So here we go. Let's go ahead and log in here. If I can remember what my password is. Here we are. And that should look a whole lot better. Come on. Come on, buddy. I swear, sometimes I feel like I should panhandle outside for like hardware equipment. I need a faster hard drive. Or just a faster machine in general. So, but once that finished booting up, and it has VM tools, so I have no idea why the resolution looks like this. Let me see if I can't fix that, guys. Let's see here. Fit guess now. Alright. It's trying. I wonder if something's going on in the background. I don't have any virtual machines running, so come on, you can do it, buddy. Okay, so once your Ubuntu desktop is booted up, if you're going to do it this ghetto fabulous way, we need to install Gparted. So to install Gparted, we're just going to go to a terminal here. Alright, well, there we go. Hopefully everyone can see that okay. And then I'm going to put in a sudo apt get, and I'll do a quick update just to update the repositories real quick, because you never know. Not too bad. Never hurts, right? And it'll just take a second there to make sure all the packages are all known and all that good stuff. So maybe. I have no idea why this is running so slow, actually. Come on, buddy. You can do it. There we go. And then we should be able to do a sudo apt get install Gparted. And if it finds it okay, we should get a prompt saying that it will install. Alright. It says setting up Gparted. Now normally it's a little bit snappier than this. So there we go. Okay, looks pretty good. So if everything went well, I should be able to go up here and now and just type in Gpart. Oh, there it is. And now I have a nice little GUI to do this with. Alright, here we go. So here is my my Ubuntu hard drive, but as you can see, I mean, I do have my other one in there. So I'm going to hit the drop down. Oh, there it is, 100 and actually that's just the swap one. Here we go. 150, and as you can see, there's this big unallocated space. So what we're going to do here is grow that bad boy. You have to make the sound effect or it will not work. I'll do that one more time. There we go. And we'll hit resize. And then we're going to go ahead and commit. Are you sure it might kill everything? Alright, sure. Why not? And honestly, I have no idea how long this is going to take. And as you can see, it's actually just doing the commands. And this is why I called it the Ghetto Fabulous way. It's actually just doing the CLI commands that, that we that we would have typed in through the GNS3 server ourselves. But, you know, that way, at least I didn't have to do anything here. So, alright guys, so there we go. We now have it grown. So in theory, we should now be able to shut down Ubuntu and plug it back into our GNS3. Here we go, shut down. Alright, and then make sure you remove it from GNS3. So let's go ahead and, come on buddy, you can do it. Double click there and just hit remove. Shouldn't hurt anything. Alright, we'll hit OK. Okay, and then here's GNS3. As you can see, it's 150 now. Alright, and let's go ahead and power that bad boy on and make sure we can now copy over our 40 seam. Alright, should have some kind of reptile eating something here in a second if the splash screen comes up. I gotta get into the habit of actually pausing the video recording because you guys don't need to watch paint dry here. Yeah, let me go ahead and hit the pause button. I'll be right. Oh, every time I say that, like, it goes forward. Come on, get it, get it, get it. There we go. Come on, buddy. Alright, hopefully we'll see the welcome screen here in a second. There we go. So there's my GNS3. Alright. Did it work? I don't know. Let's take a look. So how I was trying to upload that file before was with FileZilla. This is my preferred method of getting files into the GNS3 VM, just because the GUI is a little bit slow. But I'm not connected, so let's go ahead and connect to GNS3. I don't think that's the right IP address. I think that's my old server. Let's try this one instead. Yeah, that looks like the right IP address. Come on, buddy, you can do it. At least I thought that was. 192.168.152. There we go. There we go. Nice. Good times. Alright. So let me just navigate back here all the way to the root. Find our OPT, GNS3, images, QEMU. Alright. As you guys can see, I started copying over 40 seam stuff and it didn't quite make it. So see how it filled up the hard drive and stopped. But I should be able to drag and drop this like so. I should get a confirmation to replace it. I'll hit OK. And boom, there it is taking off. So, and hopefully that will complete here in a few minutes without any hiccups. So, alright guys, once again, I am not a YouTuber. Sorry that my videos suck. So, if anyone watches these, I apologize. Maybe one day I'll script things and actually like have stuff ready. Thank goodness for the fast forward button. But there you guys go. That was a way to increase that hard drive on the GNS3 VM so you can keep on with your NSE4 Lab and grow different topologies and keep doing your projects and learn and hopefully pass that exam. So anyways, I hope it was helpful, guys. And yeah, just let me know. Okay, take care.